Hey guys, welcome back to my Newcastle Football Manager series. We are in some really poor form right now. Look at this. So were Tottenham, by the way. They won their last game. But look at this. We've lost 3 in a row, and it's not going to plan right now, guys. Really struggling with all the games. They've got Luis Enrique as manager. Wow, interesting. So Tottenham are in 7th place right now. We're down in 12th because we have a game to play. So West Ham and Everton have jumped us. We were in 10th place, quite literally midway after 10 games. So we really do need to be stepping it up a bit. If we go into the schedule here, yeah, a lot of red here, which I'm not happy about. So today we're probably going to go ahead and finish off December. So we have a lot of games to get through, which again, I can only apologise. We are kind of rushing this because we have PES and FIFA 20 coming out very soon, and I do want to get this series done before that. So I know you guys understand. I do appreciate the support on the series nonetheless. It just means that I can't play every single game with full highlights for you. Otherwise, the videos will be way too long. So I'm playing games off camera and then just showing you the goals, pretty much. So we have Tottenham and Porto, 2 very tough games. But then we have a bit of an easier trio there, somewhat easier. Leicester, West Ham and Copenhagen. And then we go into a very difficult December. It's going to be really tough. Well, bit of a messy game. And it was a draw in the end, very tight. Both teams very even. Tonali with a fantastic goal, but then instantly Tottenham replied, literally moments later. Eriksen over to Rose, and then Harry Kane, of all people, in the box. Of course, he was always going to score in this game. And that was it for the rest of the game. A 1-1 draw against Tottenham, though, I will take it. We didn't have a very good performance defensively. Masuaku was our best player, and rightly so. Got the highest rating along with Tonali, who obviously scored our goal. But look at Yedlin's performance. A 6 rating just isn't good enough. But if you look across everyone, no one did better than a 7.4. It was just a bad game. But I will take a point against Tottenham, even though it was at home. That is a tough fixture. Next game against Porto now, and this is the table. We are currently in 2nd place, so not too bad. The only game we've lost is, of course, against Porto. What was it, 4-3? It was a ridiculous game. So now we're going to go into the home leg, or the home game against Porto. If we win this, I reckon we'll win the group. If we don't win this, we'll come 2nd. That's just my feelings. Porto are not going to drop points, I don't think, against Austria and FC Copenhagen. So yeah, we need to win this one. Going with my first team, we do have 1 or 2 tired legs, but we just have to go with our strongest team. They're going with a 4-4-2, which might be a little bit easier for us. And to be fair, when I say tired legs, I say 92%. It's really not too bad, but do it for the fans. I mean, we got some decent reactions there. But we're going to play against Porto. You guys are going to see the highlights of this game because it is an important one. I really want to do well in the Europa League, and it starts here. We have to win this game. I'm going on to the high intensity because we've started well here, but not really had any chances. I want that intensity to be high, especially because we're at home. Here is Tonali into Onyekuru to Longstaff, back to Onyekuru, over onto the right for Yedlin. Go on. Yes, Joelinton's in, 1-0. That could be a massive goal. Good start. Oh, it's 2. It's 2-0. I was just having a sip of my drink and bang, it's 2-0. Literally moments later, and it's captain Jamal Lascelles. Richie with the cross in, and it's really direct. Copenhagen are winning against Austria Vienna 2-0, so we know pretty much where that result's going to go. But now here come Porto. Please defend that, or that. Imagine if I hit it against the strikers and it went in. That would have been rather frustrating. Now we've picked up the ball, and typically if a highlight keeps going like this, you know you're about to get a chance. Here is Joelinton, whips it in, and no one's in the box. What an absolute waste that was, but we've picked it up again. The highlight is still going. I'm still hoping we make it 3-0. Here we go. Oh, it was so close. So close. It is half time, and look at the stats. We are dominating. I am actually going to go ahead and switch back to the normal 4-2-3-1, so a little bit less intensity there. And we'll go into the dressing room here, and I'm going to say passionately very happy with the way things are going. Let's pump up the squad. This is a huge 45 minutes. Go on, hit it. I dare you. One of you hit it. Let's have a long shot. Here's Almiron. Goes for the pass into Richie. Go on, hit it. No one's shooting. And of course you get tackled. You're holding onto the ball too long. Here we go. Just shoot. There we go. Oh, finally we get the shot in, but it was pretty far off. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Yes, there we go. Maria, who just came on. I've made 3 substitutions, and it's 3-0. Fantastic timing there. I think that might just be Maria's first touch as well. That is surely it. Game over. Richie with another beautiful cross and a first-time header as well. I don't score many of those, and I've scored 2 in one game. And just look at the stats. It's too little too late for Porto. There's no way they get back into this. Even if they score here, which I think they might. Nope, Longstaff is going to clear it. And we're on the break. Onyekuru has the pace. Can he find a player? I mean, okay. No, that was terrible. I thought that was going to go in then. I thought the keeper missed it. Just blow the whistle, ref. Put Porto out of their misery. Here is Jesus Corona. And there we go. It's done. 3-0. Man, what a result that is. If only I could have taken 2 of these goals to win this one 1-0 and then have those 2 goals against Porto away from home, and we would have beaten them 5-4. That would have been the best, but of course, yeah, football doesn't quite work like that. Absolutely need another result in the Premier League, and we went into our next game against Leicester. 1-0 down very early on, just 28 minutes in, and I'm going to be honest, guys, this was a terrible game again. Until the last 20 minutes, because we've managed to pull off the 2-1 comeback. Foden, oh my God, what a strike that was. And then Skov Olsen, have I said his name right? I might not have. His first goal for the club, I believe, and it was a winner in the 85th minute. I mean, Leicester didn't deserve this. They were the better team. They genuinely were. So I'm so happy and I'm proud of my team. It wasn't my strongest lineup. We had Iheanacho playing up top against his old club and I haven't been using him too much. Dummett was in there. Shelvey was in there. Foden was playing centre mid. I mean, it was a little bit of a weird side, but we managed to get the 3 points. And now down in London, up against West Ham, they got themselves a red card around half-time, and that really helped out here because we were struggling to find the back of the net after we scored. There was just so many chances we were missing. Finally, though, we did manage to get that second goal. Joelinton heads it in. Very, very good finish there. West Ham did manage to pull one back, though, even though they were down to 10 men. Creswell with a pass inside to Lewis. Is it Lewis? Muriel. And he just slots it into the bottom right corner. Kind of like one of those passes into the back of the net. So it kind of worked. But Joelinton also got sent off. So he will be missing the next 3... No, it's the next game, isn't it? Because it was yellows. It was 2 yellows, so it's not too bad. Despite scoring 2 goals, he got sent off as well, which is a little bit of a shame. But guys, it's another 2-1 win, and it's another 3 points. I don't care if we get a red card every now and again if it means we still win a game. The good news was Joelinton could play in the Europa League. This was our next game against Copenhagen, and after beating Porto 3-0... you'd think, right, I'm surely going to qualify in first place. And let's make it difficult for ourselves because I'm going to go ahead and lose to Copenhagen away from home. And that's exactly what I've done. Fantastic goal by Janssen there. And they made it 2-1 shortly after as well, just before half-time. And very, very good goal as well. Good play, passing in between players. And he just absolutely hammers one into the top of the net. Really, really impressive. We did get one back, 2-2. And it was a bit of a lucky one, this. The rebounds going everywhere. But then, of course, well, actually, in fairness, we've been finishing games very strongly. We finally finished the game really badly. And we conceded in the 84th minute there to Janssen and 3-2. Just like that. And if you look at the stats, it was an interesting one because we did do better than them statistically. But it didn't feel like it. It felt like they were probably deserving of that win. They played their 4-4-2. It was difficult to break down. And unfortunately, even though we scored twice away from home, it wasn't enough to get the win. So, yeah, all that hard work against Porto to beat them 3-0, completely undone against Copenhagen. Nice. I've just seen this as well. It's mad, but Pep Guardiola is manager of Liverpool and Klopp is manager of Man City. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's pretty funny that's happened. They've swapped somehow over the last season and a half, but it doesn't look right, does it? Pep Guardiola at Liverpool and Klopp at Man City. Which one's weirder? For me, I think Klopp at Man City is totally weird. I maybe could see it happening in real life, but it just looks weird. He is just a Liverpool manager to me, whereas Pep, I can see him pretty much anywhere, but still, at Liverpool, that is a weird one. We've got Arsenal up next. They are top of the league, still haven't lost a game this season, so that's going to be a loss. But good news, Tonali and Foden, both in the top 3 Young Player of the Month awards. Jamal Lewis of Norwich is in there as well. How are they getting on? Let's have a look. Let's go into competitions, Premier League. They are still bottom, but they've managed to pick up a win. So well done to them. And yeah, Arsenal now. This should be fun. What just happened? Wow. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So we started off strongly. We got the opening goal. Into the second half, just after the break as well, Arsenal scored and I thought, great, that's it. They're going to win in this second half. But guys, the last minute. I couldn't believe it. I genuinely couldn't believe it. Yedlin, what a run that was down the right side. And then we just found Longstaff. How many times has Longstaff scored on the edge of the box? It's unbelievable. We've beaten Arsenal. They have finally lost a game and we're back to winning ways in the league. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Jesus, that was unbelievable. Into our next game now, guys. Wolves, after a massive win, feeling elated after beating Arsenal, we then lose to Wolves 1-0 from this goal. We got a red card 5 minutes into the game. I can't actually watch the replay, apparently. Click to view replay. I'm trying to. It won't let me. It was a stupid red card. And that ruined the game completely. So after winning against Arsenal to losing against Wolves because of a stupid red card in the first 5 minutes, 3 points dropped after an amazing 3 points gained. Thankfully, we were able to make up for it a little bit with a 3-0 win up against Austria Vienna in the Europa League. Joelinton scoring again there. Boy, I needed a goal like that in the last game, that's for sure. Richie made it 2-0 in the second half there, kind of late on. And then with 5 minutes left on the clock, we were able to win the ball back deep in their own field, in their own half there through a mistake, a silly back pass really. And Onyekuru, who's been on fire this season, manages to make it 3-0. So at least we managed to win that game, and that gives us a little bit of hope we can still finish first in the group. But really, I wanted to win in the Premier League after losing to Wolves, and Walcott was playing for Middlesbrough. I mean, unbelievable, really. And they actually scored in the first 10 minutes. I just thought, my luck in the Premier League is over, isn't it? But Onyekuru puts away a penalty the first thing after half-time, and then a free kick comes in, and Clark finishes that one. Yes, I started Clark for a game. Unbelievable. It wasn't the strongest team. We have had too many games. There's too many matches right now, so I had to bring in a couple of players. But they got the job done, and I'm very happy about that because we're back to winning ways in the Premier League. Well, never mind. Back to losing ways. Because we've just played against Watford, and yeah, not great. Considering it was a penalty. We've lost to a penalty. I thought that goal that Richie scored might have been enough, and then maybe we would go on and win the game, but no, we've lost 2-1. And just look at these stats, man. It's pretty unfair. Well, not unfair. Clear-cut chances, we had 0. Okay, they had 2, but we had 18 shots in this game. I just couldn't believe we only scored 1 goal. It was a poor performance. So we are very, very inconsistent right now. It's getting worse and worse, guys. Thankfully, not a loss this time. But this game against Southampton we just played, frustrating, really frustrating because we were all over them. We really were. We had so many chances. Yedlin with one of those runs he always does, and Chancellor with a really nice finish. At this point I'm thinking, great, we're finally into the game. They actually picked up an injury in the second half as well to Lamina, who was, you know, their main defensive midfielder, you could say, and it just didn't work out. I don't get it, guys. I really don't get it. We had something like 20 shots. I think it was 7 on target, something like that. And we've dropped points again. I don't know what to do. I've been using my normal 4-2-3-1, so the non-intensive one. Maybe I need to go back. I just don't like using it away from home sometimes. It leaves you vulnerable at the back. And we have been conceding a lot of goals. But let's see if we can make it up in our next game. Yeah, about that. I didn't realise it was Man City. I thought we had another game. So it was Man City at home. Sane making it 1-0 after 18 minutes there. Sterling and Sane with Bernardo behind them. It was disgusting. They've got De Ligt in defence as well. Aguero as striker. That was a real unbelievable goal. And to be fair, you know what? We managed to score 2 goals against Man City. Could have been better though. Onyekuru on a yellow card here, by the way, and he does actually get a straight red later on in this game, which is fantastic. Aguero here to De Bruyne into Sane. He finishes it after a rebound, and I thought, yep, that's game over. But then, after the red card even, we started to pick up a little bit of pace. We were getting into the game. Richie picking up the ball in a good area there with a lovely ball over to Maria, who smashes that one in. And I thought, no way, 10 minutes left. Who knows, maybe. But no, we didn't have enough. Unfortunately, guys, it's another loss. So where does that put us in the table? In 8th place, where we were 2 episodes ago. So we are just doing this in form. Our position in the table went up a little bit. We went up to 7th at one point and then back down to 8th. It really is the most inconsistent I've ever been in Football Manager. The recent form is constantly green, red, grey, green, red, green, red, green, grey, red. It's just constant up and downs. And I don't know what to do about it, guys. And we've got Manchester United next. It's unreal. It really is. But if I go into my calendar, so we are now at the end of December. We are here. So we are going into the January transfer window. That will give us an opportunity to potentially bring someone in that can help us out. I don't even know what I would do. It's a real difficult one. We've got 16 million to spend. So you guys can help me out in the comments. You know, I've also got about 200,000 per week spare in the wages. So if I show you my squad, let me go ahead and do that so you can see my first team is this. What do you guys think? Is there a position in this team I need to improve? Defensively, we've been pretty poor this season, even though I've had Ake join up. Honestly, I'm a bit disappointed with him. It hasn't worked out as well as I would have liked. Is Longstaff not good enough? Is that part of the issue here? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. You guys have probably put in way more hours than I have. How many hours am I on now? Let's have a look. I'm on 206 hours played. So, yeah, I've still got a lot to learn with this game, and I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong. Should I be playing on my high intensity? I probably should, shouldn't I? It was working. I came off it just because, I don't know, I felt like I was leaking goals, and I still am, even though I'm playing on my normal one. I don't know. Let me know, guys. I'm going to end this episode here, seeing as we are now going into the January transfer window. In the next episode, I'll be reading those comments before I record and then acting upon them. I will be going into the market using your guys' feedback, and of course that game against Manchester United as well. We'll be playing that. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like rating. I've seen on average these episodes get around 1,000 to 1,500 likes. I would love it. Please, can we hit 2,000 likes on this episode? If you're watching this right now and you don't normally hit that like button, it doesn't cost you anything. It's just clicking a button. It shows you appreciate the video, and I would really appreciate it. And I will see you for the January transfer window in the next episode very soon.